never once. Never once. We're going to have Cowboy Quiche for dinner. You want to? Okay, hang on. All right, well, we're going to do this in stages. So this particular recipe calls for caramelized onions. So I've got 2 medium white onions. I'm going to slice these, and then we're going to put them in the cast iron skillet over there with a bit of butter, a little bit of brown sugar, and we're going to cook them ever so slowly because we want them to caramelize, not burn. All right, since y'all rarely get to see my chopping skills, we're going to let you go. This is a really, really sharp knife that I got from Christmas from a friend of mine, and I love this knife. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to dice this. We're just going to cook this or slice it in slices like this, halfway. The rings will kind of let go as you're cooking them because I like them to be a little bit bigger when we caramelize. We might speed this part up. Bada bing, bada boom, all done. All right, we have the heat on. I'm gonna do about a half a stick of butter and probably about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Okay, Missy Ma'am is mad because I was defrosting the meat that we're putting in the quiche, so she heard the music from the microwave, and to her, that means food. Pavlov's dog. I told y'all. She'll cuss you out at the drop of a pen. Hang on. There is my butter. Here is my brown sugar. Yes, this is my brown sugar that I make. I have taught you all before how to make this. It's literally just sugar and molasses. That's it, right? Mixy, mixy, mixy. You get brown sugar. The more molasses, the darker the brown sugar. Yes, it is more cost-effective than buying brown sugar. I like it, again, because I can control it. All right, we're going to melt this and then put the onions in. Mostly melted. Add the onions. It said yellow onions, but I don't buy yellow onions. I buy white onions. Use whatever onions you have. Green onions, red onions, purple onions, yellow, white. It's an onion. It's not that big of a deal. Cook these down until they are really, really, really caramelized. It is 5:12 p.m. I'll let you know how long it takes to get to the next stage. All right, my darlings. It is 5:42. We started at 5:12. If I did my math right, that's about 20 minutes. We did this on low simmer. Look where we are. Patience, patience. It's a virtue. Yes. They smell lovely. Now we need to make the crust. So, no, I didn't buy a store-bought crust. We're gonna make one. We've done this several times. It's not that hard, so we're gonna make one. All right, my darlings, I only want one crust. So this is 2 cups of flour, It is a half a teaspoon of baking powder with a pea. It's a teaspoon of salt. It's going to be 1 egg and a teaspoon of white vinegar. And this has a whole cup of lard and a quarter a cup of very cold water. Mixy everything but the water and the egg and all that until it looks like sand. Then we're going to mix in the egg. Then we're going to mix in the water a little at a time. Don't dump the whole thing in. Remember, I have said before, mix this until it is just combined. The more you work this, the tougher your crust is going to be. We're going to put this in some plastic, wrap it up real nice and tight, and it's going to go sleep for about an hour. Alrighty, nighty. All right, brown some sausage. Does this recipe call for it? No, but I want sausage in there. Hence, we're going to breakfast sausage. In the oven is the bacon, because if you're making your bacon any other way, there's something wrong with you. Alrighty, and here we have 8 eggs, and we have a cup and a half of heavy cream. I'm going to whisk these up, and then we're going to add that to that. It shall look like that. I'm going to grate about that much cheese in there. Okay, so it's about that much cheese. Then we're going to add all of this. This is the bacon, this is the sausage, and the caramelized onion. All right, it's time to roll out the crust. My little cheat, I'm going to put parchment paper down for a couple of reasons. One, I'm lazy and I don't want to have to clean up after it. And 2, especially if you're new at this, it will make it easier for you to transfer your pie crust over to your pie plate. In the meantime, the oven is heating up at 375 degrees. So here's our beautiful dough. Look at that. We're going to take just a little bit on the top, and I'm going to use my French rolling pin because I like it, and that's what I'm going to use. And we're basically going to roll this out so that it fits in my pretty blue pie tin. You know, the one I use for Thanksgiving. Y'all know that one. See, and you can just turn this instead of having to pick it up. So we're not really having to mess with our pie crust. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? You'll be fine. Just rub some dirt on it. All right. I'm trying to go quick here because we're running low on space. And I can't speed it up because then it will knock me out and won't let me add any more time. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. There may end up being a part 2. It might happen. It could happen. You never know. It could happen. Okay, we're just trying to make this kind of sort of somewhat round. I don't care if it's ugly at this point, but we need to make it to where it's about the same thickness. That's really what's important, all the way around. Now, this is already bigger than my pie plate, so we're good as far as that goes. All right, I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to go ahead and transfer at this point. We're going to move this. It is definitely bigger. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pick it up and we're going to flip her in. Y'all ready? Here we go. There we go. Look at how easy peasy that was. Super easy peasy. And then we can just pick her up and move her if she needs to scooch a little bit, and she does. So we'll scooch her a little bit. There we go. Get her on in there. All right, there's just going to have to be a part 2.